Good morning, my friends. I see us in various places with various lighting and very happy to welcome you to, in our part of the world, this is considered the last day of summer. It's also the last day in which one can wear white. When I was growing up, it was very clear that one did not wear white after after Labor Day. But of course, those of you who know anything about me know that I've used that as an indicator that I should just wear white whenever I feel like it. So Labor Day is Liberation Day of those of us who work, and all of us work in various ways. And I want to just acknowledge the nutrient of our coming together and giving and receiving attention. And today I thought it would be really great, like in this morning, as I was finishing meditating, I heard in my mind, back to one. And back to one is a direction in meditation that is simply when you lose your train, like when you're counting your breaths and you lose it, you simply go back to one. And you don't have a big fuss or blame yourself, or you just simply go back to one. And that for me also um, seems like a great definition of recommitting, is you simply go back to one. And in our practice of attention, I wanted to review the basics, which are incredibly easy to do. And then the practice of them can make them very deep and resonant through you and throughout your relationships. And so the thing I want to share with you about attention, which I think you probably know, but we forget, is that attention is as important to us as drinking water and having food that nourishes us. And I think we forget that. And I bet that today you have drunk something and you have eaten something, but I wonder if you have before now given your awareness to the power of filling your reservoir of shifting your attention. And I was thinking also about what are some of the benefits. We've been reviewing some of the benefits of shifting your attention, of the what we call loop of awareness. And one that was occurring to me this morning is that I have a much more wide angle view of the world from the practice of shifting my attention. And my sense is that most people, because of fear, their attention is very contracted and can't see what's behind or around, or be able to shift their attention between wide and focused. So one thing I can promise you is that as you practice, you're going to experience more space within your viewpoint, both literally what you're able to see and also metaphorically what you're able to consider. You'll be able to consider more points of view, more angles, more different ways of coming at things. Because most of us, when there's a problem, we act like a hammer and a nail. We just keep doing the thing that we know how to do. And so simply shifting your attention can give you that sense of more space, more choice. And that was one of the benefits that I have been really relishing and appreciating and wanted to share with you. So and I also want to do the very basics of our love scoop, since this is loops and scoops, so that you can have a kind of a refreshment of your how to expand your choice in the way that you use your awareness and your attention. So I'd like you to just consider that shifting your attention is as easy as your breathing, and is as easy as opening and closing your eyes. So whichever or both of those you want to use as a kind of a jump start for you. When you're breathing in, you might bring your attention to you. And when you're breathing out, you can bring your attention. You don't have to keep that rhythm, but it's a great way for you to kind of jumpstart your own practice, so that you're, because I find as I'm shifting my attention, if I release my breath, that facilitates the ease of that whole loop of awareness. So as you're breathing in, notice where your attention wants to go to in you. What body sensation, what I found mine going to the bottoms of my feet. And then as you're breathing out, let your attention drift out. I like to let it just kind of flow out and see where it wants to go. And then as you breathe in, bringing your attention back to you, and then out in another direction. And then notice that your breathing and the ease of your breathing can facilitate the ease of your loop, and the ease of your loop can open up more ease in your breathing. So that's pretty cool. So notice just how that is for you. Now, some of you might be thinking, I have to do this in a particular way, or it's serious, or I have to keep myself still. So if you add in just letting your body respond to what you're doing, letting your body respond to the expressing out and giving your attention inward. And instead of holding yourself, and which we sometimes do when we're trying to do it right, we're trying to. So if you just let your body play with however it wants to be moving as you're shifting your attention out and you're shifting your attention in. Now, a lot of people, when they shift their attention in, close their eyes. So that's fine to do when you're starting, but I want to invite you to notice that you can give your attention to you with your eyes open. It really makes all of your interactions just much more lively, because you can, as you're giving attention to you when you're in a conversation with someone else, you can facilitate your being aware of them and aware of you, and then aware of both of you. And that's where a lot of the collaboration, a lot of the fun and the co-creation comes from, is being aware of someone, like you can be aware of someone who's on the call, and then being aware of you and being aware of them. Now, notice that your breath might drop out. So when you start deliberately shifting your attention, one thing that can happen is that you hold your breath. So as you're shifting your attention now, add in just releasing your breath. And so you're shifting and releasing. And what I find is, particularly if I'm stuck, if I've had a little startle, or I'm, feeling fatigued, it takes between 3 and 8 shifts for me to feel like this ease of connection again, and I'm in the flow of my attention, and I'm aware of what's going on around me and aware of me. So that could be something for you to wonder about. What's my range that reliably shifts me into presence? Because this is really what we're doing, is shifting into being here and being able to take the most advantage of actually being here, because that's where life occurs, is here where you show up. And so if you're not showing up, there's less of a likelihood that you're going to get that nutrient of shifting your attention. Now realize that if we are all doing that, we're shifting to here, and then we're giving attention to each other, and then giving attention to ourselves, then we're literally giving more attention than we usually get in a given period of time. So we're filling up our reservoir. And that's part of my intention for us gathering, is that we recognize, we give our benign attention, our presence, both to ourselves and to each other. So I want you to then tune into what is a pace that allows you to feel more ease and flow as you're shifting your attention. So you might try shifting it faster, like more like a ping pong game, and just notice what that's like. Attention out, attention in, attention out, attention in. For me, that feels a little jangly, and I start getting, So I like to slow mine down, but if you slow it down too much, you might just fall into looking out at somebody and never bring your attention back to you. So letting yourself play, it's kind of like our play with essence pace. There's a pace that's going to feel most natural to you and easy to you. And when you're jangled, this is a great back to one move, is to find the rhythm, the pace, and the attention, the spread of your attention, wide and narrow, focused, really diffuse. So those are some of the choices that I use regularly when I'm kind of jump starting my loop of awareness or asking other people to jumpstart theirs. So let yourself play with those for a minute or so of the ease of adding your breath. And as I loop, I get more space in my breath. And as I release my breath, I get more space and ease and choice in my looping. So looping and pace are really keys for me. And then letting your body play, because usually during the day, we monitor how we're using our bodies so we don't look stupid or silly, so other people won't judge us because we're doing something weird. And I would like to see so many more weird people in the world and doing spontaneous things and having other people go, oh, that was weird, but interesting. And going, what was that? That people get enlivened out of their trance. So I love it when I'm, like I'm in the grocery store and I'm looping and my body wants to go, and I just do. And I feel enlivened, and other people might think she's really weird, but that looked like a lot of freedom. That was really intriguing. So you're kind of disrupting zombie land when you let yourself do that. And at the least, you're caring for yourself. You're going, this is what creates more aliveness for me. I've also found is that as I'm creating more aliveness for me, that it's magnetic. People do notice. They may not know exactly what's going on, but there's something. They're going, something. So letting yourself be available for others to osmose from you, like you're a big beam of attention that other people can tune into and go, oh gosh, that was something that feels pleasant to be around. And in that way, we can be sort of benign Johnny Appleseeds of attention as we move around in the world while we're giving to ourselves. So one of the things I love about loop of awareness is that it is putting on your own mask first and really caring for yourself first and letting the overflow of your own reservoir circulate to others. Now, I'd like you to take that sense of well-being or ease or expansion or presence and imagine that that's what you're gathering up in your love scoops. And I realize that some people, maybe many people, don't really have a felt experience of loving themselves. And so what I want to invite you to do is to actively, while you're letting yourself breathe, and occasionally you'll shift your attention when you think of it, is to think of someone or a place that you love and you have no question about it. You just love that person, that pet, that place that you love to go. And I'd like you to think of them or it until you're having the experience of loving, letting that percolate through your body and then letting it percolate around you. And I want you to reach out to that scene or reach out to that person and get some love and bring it in to any place in you that's feeling a little gritchy or or uptight or anxious. And then if you lose that, go ahead and think again of that person or that place that you love. There's a particular beach that I really love, and I'm seeing myself walking on the beach there and feeling my feet in the sand. And then I'm going to reach out to that and bring it into any place where I want to have the direct experience of loving. And then let yourself do that again. If you lose it, think of that person or place or pet. Now I'm thinking of our wonderful cat, Lucy, and how much we loved her and still love her. And so I'm thinking of her, and so I'm really reaching up and letting that shower over me, and letting my body receive it. So the combination of love scoops and loop of awareness are such a great, for me, a great frame to let the rest of life occur. And so I love doing this in the morning. I love doing this at the beginning of the week because it's such a great way to open up space for giving and receiving love and presence during the week. And it's also something you can come back to one. So wonderful. Gosh, that went very quickly for me. So that means I spend a lot of time in space. So when time disappears, I know I'm in space. And so that feels really wonderful. So I'm pulling up now, for those of you who might be new, at the end of our loops and scoops, I pull up our app, which is called Presence Connect Play. And then I tap for a new combination. Oh, I love this one. Presence is give yourself a drop of love. So what you can do now is reach out into that scene, that experience of love, and just get a wonderful dropper full and apply it anywhere that just needs that just a little bit more love. And that's something that you can do kind of surreptitiously too. You can do this in a meeting. You can give yourself little drops of love anywhere that you're feeling, and notice that can allow you to move from fear to here. And connect is to create the So there's more research coming out all the time about the I just love it. Because I invented this years ago, and now they're saying the universe itself has a hum. So here we go. We got so the for me softens any rigidness or any kind of hardness that I have toward myself. And it also shifts me from critical brain to wonder brain. So the I invite you to add into your loop of awareness. So when you add the that gives you that sense of curiosity when you're giving your attention outward, and then the gives you that sense of curiosity as you're moving inward. And also, if I'm wanting to give attention to solving a problem, I actually find it works much better if I don't come at it from my critical problem-solving brain, but I first open space in my wonder brain. And then that allows me to think of a lot more solutions, because when I'm in my critical brain, I can really only think of a couple, and they all come from fight or flight or freeze or faint. So play, which I love, these are all very simple. And I love it when our shifts can be organized just by being very simple. Play, which allows us then to have interactions, new kinds of interactions with ourselves and life, is new choice. So new choice is simply do something different. So I want to invite you to do something different with your body right now, and then let yourself enjoy that. And mine wants to kind of go more into a wiggle. And humans have a habit of, if something is not working, we do it more or louder, like being in a foreign country and trying to get them to understand you. You speak more slowly and louder. which very often doesn't work, and it'll get you kicked out of a country. So when you're stuck, learning to make a new choice is actually pretty radical, because you're kind of on that train and it's going and it's going and you're on it. But when you simply make a new choice, and that could be just shifting your posture, it could be giving some attention to your breath, it could be shifting where you're looking. So loop of awareness is a continuous new choice that allows you to open up your outer and your inner landscapes. And so when you combine all of those together, the three presence, connect, play, it gives you a very dynamic, three-dimensional, at least, way of going about your day. So I wanted to share all of those with you, and really appreciate your being here as we're entering into the fall. I was saying to somebody the other day at the store, I had a wonderful little interaction, because we were talking about it just it being, Labor Day weekend, and I was saying to her that I just told Gay it's almost Christmas, and she said, oh, I just told a friend that yesterday. It's almost Christmas, and we went, September, whoosh, we slide right into. So that sense of we're all kind of rolling into the holidays now, can create a certain kind of so letting yourself have presence, connect, play, new choice, and can give you that sense of participating now in what the possibilities are to give and receive love. So thank you for doing that with me today. I really appreciate your presence, appreciate seeing you. And I think, Kathy, I think we ought to give you a special prize. I think I see you here every week and have for 3 years. And I just love the quality of your presence is so nurturing. And I just wanted to appreciate how available you are for connecting, and how much of a joy that has been to receive all of these, all of these sessions with you. So thank you so much. And thank you, anybody who's new, tune into Kathy. She'll and let yourself tune into the sense of love and presence is available right here in this moment. All right, until next time. Mwah. See ya.